In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is recording now. So what's up? What's up, guys? I am back with another amazing, aha-filled, abundance-filled, energetic-filled, a breakthrough-filled of an episode, right? Let's go. Let's go. We got quite a few people on this call. I appreciate each and every one of you. We all are appreciating. We all are secure. We all are very, very healthy. So with that being said, let's go. Let's go and get into this episode. All right. So I welcome you all to the tune-up. If you may you please go in the chats and list your dream vehicle. List your affirmation. I am secure. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am flowering. I am, pollinating. I am great and becoming greater. Put that in the chats. The more you say things, the more you take action on those thoughts, the more they come reality, right? Also, place your dream vehicle in the chats as well. The chats, the comments, it really doesn't matter, right? But just make sure you put it out there. Put it out there as much as possible. You are secure, And today it's kind of like this episode is named Juvenation, right? To juvenate, right? It's the juvenating January, right? We're over 2020. Now we're into 2021 and we're juvenating, right? I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're ill. I don't care if you have back. I don't care what's going on in your life. It only takes a positive thought to change your reality, right? That one positive thought that keeps on multiplying, quantifying, will then transmute all the negativity in your life, and your dreams will become more and more of a reality, right? Don't care about what you think at certain times when you're not feeling good. Don't care about what people think about you. Don't care about what people say about you. Don't care about any of that things, because a lot of people don't understand what someone else doing. They're just taking their own experiences and attaching it to you and then calling it you. No, that's not me. So don't care about all the extra stuff, right? Care about you. Care about your visions. Care about, moving forward, pushing forward, pulling forward, whatever it may be, because that is very, very essential in this thing called growth, right? And this thing called health, and this thing called secure, and this thing called being amplified with the vibrations of the desires and wants that you want, right? So, I welcome each and every one of you. My name is I am Mr. Crystal, aka Marquise, right? And I usually go over a long intro and things of that nature. I am going to switch it up. I want to say hi to each and every one of you. I want to give you all a chance to introduce yourselves, right? Formally or informally, you can. But this episode and this call is not just about me. It's about us. It's about the community. It's about the positive people that's not scared to go out and show their light, people that's not afraid to be who they really want to be, people that's not afraid to shed the old and come in with the good, right? But staying attached to, your real pure self, right? So many times in going through the days and things of that nature, I get a lot of people that just go and try to prejudge others, right? Even if I am one of those others, right? At times I may be, I don't care, right? But people don't always understand what you have going on, right? Especially when you're one that cares so much about others, right? People think that you have to put your stuff on Front Street and let them know, like they're entitled to you telling them everything about your life. They're not entitled to that, and you're not entitled to tell anybody anything that you don't want to tell people, right? Stay secure in whatever you have going on, right? Stay secure, but know that it's a flow of energy, right? All those times you manifest, all those times you meditate, all those times that you put that energy, you just knew I will, I am, I have to, I got to, I get to. Those energies is in the universe. Those energies is still working for you. So sometimes you have to literally let go of the barriers, the blocks, and just be like, you know what? I am going to flow. What is not for me, what is not of me will not come to me. What is not for me, what is not of me will not come to me. Like, just say it like that. Like, what is not of me, what is not for me will not come to me. Right? Peace, love, and light in, around, within, like, listen, it's abundance. It's abundance and positivity. It's abundance in health. It's abundance in security. It's abundance in grace and faithfulness and literally just being blissful, right? Just being blissful, because you are highly favored, right? You are highly favored. A lot of people in this business, they'll say, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored and stuff like that. You are highly favored. You are highly favored, and you are below someone, so you may be blessed. Blessed, but blissfulness is the key to unlock that door, right? Blissfulness is that key, because on so many times of the day, with emotions and with energies and with dealing with people and with all the extra stuff, people fail to realize that the more you feel great, the more you become greater, right? The more you feel great, the more you become greater, right? Have you ever gotten around someone, or, and as soon as you get around them, your energy starts decreasing, right? I used to be a person, I used to go off on these people. Like, literally go off on these people. Anybody who knows me well, knows my growth, knows my story, know at a certain time and a certain point, when I was going through my elevation, when I was going through my expansion, when I was going through my evolution, one of my evolutions at that time, the evolution, I would really go off on people. Like, I would just be like, yo, listen, your energy's bad, da 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 da. And they'd be like, well, what are you talking about? My energy's bad. Like, how is my energy bad? And then I feel like people at some point, they get into this early dementia stage where they want to play stupid, or, and I don't really like when people do that, right? Because I've seen certain patterns in that, right? Like, the more you do that, like, a lot of people are not conscious of what they do on a normal basis, right? What do they do on a normal basis? You don't know what you're telling the universe. So every time you lie, you're steal, you deceit, or you do that to yourself, right? Or you do that to yourself, you're actually communicating something to the universe. You're communicating something to that God is self in you, right? A lot of people tend to judge others, right? Like, I hear so many people just have so many thoughts and opinions and suggestions and just a bunch of things. And I'm just like, listen, at the end of the day, like, I am who I am, right? But at the same time, I don't have to explain myself to nobody. Just because I move in a way where the ego is off of my shoulder, where I killed my ego, I literally sat in front of a mirror, right, in a point of time in my life, right? And I was kind of under the influence, I was kind of under influence, 420 friendly, but I sat on that path. I sat on that vision. I sat on that road, and I did it. I sat in front of a mirror for hours, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I don't even know. I lost count. Right? I sat in front of that mirror and stared myself in the eyes, right? When people say, oh, you don't know who you are, or people don't know who they are, listen, look at yourself in the mirror. Are you comfortable enough to look at yourself in the mirror? If not, you're doing something wrong, and you can change right now. You can change today. You can change at any point of time in your life, right? If you can't square up with yourself in the mirror, square up, look at yourself directly in the eye, eyes, right? Go from one eye to the other eye, and then lock both eyes, and then come off one eye. If you cannot literally hug yourself through a mirror, if you can't caress yourself through the mirror, if you can't love yourself through the mirror, how do you expect someone else to come in your life and love you? How do you expect someone else to come into your life and secure you, and to feel like, while loving you, that they're being loved back, right? You have to, you don't even have to, you get to experience blissfulness here, right? So many people talk about heaven and hell and this and that. And you know why so many people talk about heaven so much? Because so many people focus on hell, right? Because if you focus on heaven, then I guess after heaven, I don't even know what's the next word after that. I'm going to find out. Maybe it's blissful. Maybe it's blissful. Maybe it's blissfulness. Right? Because we're so, as a culture, as the Western world, as whatever the case may be, right? We're so enticed and set on this lower standard that we forget that it's more higher planes, that it's more higher vibrations, right? It's more higher vibrations. Last week I did a call on Tantra. It was a raw and uncut episode, and we were talking about energies and this and that, and taking things to the next level, and this and that, and to just go a little further, or not even go further, but just to connect just do a little similarities. That's the same thing, right? We're focused so much on people lying to us, people deceiving us, we deceiving ourselves and things of that nature. We're so focused on the devil and hell and this and that and that and this that we forget about the upper echelons. We forget about the upper echelons of life. We should forget about the upper echelons of being, right? It's like you have to climb to the top, and when you get to the top, keep climbing. Keep climbing. So many people, like one of my brothers on his call, Alan, I appreciate this guy, man. This guy is amazing, right? All of the Allens on this call is great, but one in particular, besides my awesome my awesome, teammate, Alan, we talk a lot and we talk about terror barriers and this and that and keep on climbing, and one of the things I like so much about him is that, he said something to me that was really great one day. He said, I have everything. I have the awesome wife. I have the kids. I have the grandkids. I have, businesses. I have a lot. I have a lot. But what I haven't received yet is is my next accomplishment, is my next goal that's already scored and scoring. And that's the financial enhancements, right? Not stability, not security, not freedom, but enhancements, right? Financial enhancements. Let's change the way we think. Let's change the way we speak. Let's change the way we feel, right? We're so, as a culture, right? Even with myself at times, like we're so into this, we have to be, not even myself, because I literally, I walk away from people in a quick second. But people are so used to this thing where they have to be treated like SHIT to feel GREAT. And that's BS. And that's BS. Because I don't want you to make me feel bad one day and then make me feel good the next day. Because if you made me feel bad one day, how do I know that you won't make me feel bad after you make me feel good, right? We are programmed to be walking stocks. We're programmed to be walking bonds, walking certificates, right? Just like when you're born, you get a birth certificate, right? Birth, like a birth of a nation, a birth of a ship, a birth of a company, a birth, right? It's not a, we have to look at these words, right? And I did a lot of knowledge of self. I did a lot of digging deep into this system. I did a lot of digging deep into the things that people are just starting to slowly realize. People that, that's not advanced. Like I took years, right? I took years of my life and did knowledge, right? A knowledge that a lot of people may see, but may not open their eyes to, like colors, like billboards, like this, like that, and then when you change that around to your benefit, you're looked at as a demon. You're looked at as insubordinate. You're looked at as, whatever. And then people start trying to, and it's not even people, it's just the markets, it's the programming, it's the matrix, it's the system, it's the antibodies, it's those things that just don't want to see you grow. We are programmed to be bearish, right? Bearish with a little bit of higher high and a higher, but we're not programmed to be fully bullish. We're not programmed to be gangster. right? I had a talk with my cousin the other day, and we were just going back and forth. You know, we were just sparring a little bit. And I told him, I said, you know, going to work every day is not gangster. That's not gangster. You know, you can be uncomfortable at work, right? You know, I ain't gonna use the words because this is a PG friendly episode, right? It's not raw and uncut. But you can literally be uncomfortable, whether it's physically, mentally, socially, emotionally, you know, whatever the case may be at your job. And you're going to go down that alley because you want to keep your job. If your boss say, oh, this is how I run my company, you're going to be like, okay, I got to adapt. But you won't adapt for your future. You won't adapt for you, right? Do I want my woman going to work calling another man boss? That's like my woman going to work calling a man daddy, baby, husband, right? No, I don't, right? Do I want to call another man daddy, husband, boss? No, it's not happening. It's not happening, right? The real gangsters, the real G's, right? The real, or a woman, yes, or a woman, you know, like, yeah, like you don't want your woman, or, you know, if you're a woman dating whatever, you don't want them into that situation, right? Because when she comes home and she's aggravated and things and she's looking at you and you don't know what the heck you did, that's because another man in her life have an upper priority over her life than you. And that dude is called BOSS, her manager, her supervisor, anybody that's above her, right? And that's why they keep the bottom so crowded, because it's so easy to step ahead of you guys and then own you guys, right? People be like, oh, again, oh, you won't sacrifice for your mom, or, you know, you won't sacrifice yourself for your mom, your sister, your kids, no, I will not. Because what happened if I sacrifice myself for them and then they choose to sacrifice themselves? Who is here to hold the fort down? Who is here to make sure that the foundation is good? Who is here to make sure that the top keep building from the ground up? Right? Who is here to make sure that the future generations is safe, is secure, don't have to go through the bull-s that they have planned? Before Bitcoin, this world was literally on a fast track to HE double hockey sticks. Before Bitcoin, this world was on a fast track to being finished. Who remembers 2008? Gas prices through the roof. You can't get food. They were raising the prices on bread, water, and milk. Everything was going up. Wages was going down. People was losing jobs. It was no bailout. It was no CARES Act. You know, I don't like talking about politics and things of that nature, but I kind of like this presidency. If you ask me, I'm gonna be real. I don't care what my skin color is, my race, religion, I'm being real. I'm being real because I'm not trapped into that system of racism, right? That is literally a game that's been played for almost 400 plus years. I am not into that. I am not into that. What other president have given the public money? Not one person, but everybody. They might have gave the Jews. They might have gave the Germans. They might have gave, you know, the Irish. They might have gave other people, but they ain't give everybody. Right? I had a theory, literally. I really felt like, you know, black people, or excuse me, brown people, Asiatic people, right? The natives, right? Was literally on the way to getting a reimbursement. What's the word that they use for like the Jews and stuff like that? You know, when they went through like the Holocaust and stuff like that. I feel like reparations. I feel like we were literally on the way to reparations, but we messed up by voting for Biden. That's just how I feel, right? That's just how I feel. I didn't mess up, y'all. Whoever messed up, you know, literally, we were on our way to reparations, right? A lot of people don't know what this man has did in office, right? I pay attention, right? You know, you have to look at things from a different spectrum. Zoom out a little bit, right? Don't be the puppet. Just like this whole march, people flooded the White House and this and that. Like, oh, it's how convenient does people storm the White House After this dude has, quote unquote, I don't know if it's true or not, or we'll see in the next, couple of weeks, lost the election, right? After basically the Democratic people take power, now people all of a sudden storm the White House. They knew this dude was a nut. They knew this dude was a nut. Listen, when we had Obama in office, we had a black dude, okay? We had a black dude, an Asiatic dude, a secure dude, right? We didn't have an NIGGA, right? Trump came into office. Of course, he's a white dude, but he's an NIGGA. Straight cut. Straight from any way you want to look at it. He's an NIGGA. He don't give a F. Excuse my language, but I'm just being real. F means freak. F means freak. He don't care. He's going to tell you what he wants, how he wants it, what he feels, how he feels. And that's what being a manly man is. I was on the phone with someone the other day, and I was on one of the dating apps, and I was just, prospecting, meeting new people, just, getting back out there, right? On social media, just getting out there, right? And this girl said something to me. She said, you're a manly man. She said, I feel the energy. She was like, you're a manly man. There's not too many manly men out here anymore. And it's kind of saddening. And I agreed. I was like, because that's something that I've seen. Like, I'm a manly man, but I'm also a man's man. I'm also a man's man. So I'm not when I get around you, I'm in it for fun, for happiness, for blissfulness. I'm not thinking about your wife. Right, be secure. I'm not thinking about your wife. I'm not thinking about your, it's so crazy. Like, I look at, and I pay attention a lot, right? I get around kids sometimes, and I love kids. Like, I love kids. Like, when I say I love kids, like, I love kids. If I didn't think the creepy dude, Santa Claus that be in the mall paying kids on his lap was a creep, I literally would do that. I would literally just give them all gifts. Like, I do. I think that's kind of weird. A big white guy with a long beard and don't really, how you could tell, his hygiene is not really on point, and he's just sitting kids on his lap and stuff. That's kind of weird to me. I'm just being honest. I love Christmas. I'm just being real here. Okay, I'm just being real here. Okay. It's also entertaining. It's entertainment as well. I'm here to do all of the above. Educate, entertain, all of that. Give you blessings, give you jewels, give you keys. But for real, But I love kids, so I get around kids and I see the liveliness in them, and that right there makes me more happy. It makes me more blissful. That's why I want kids. At one point in time in my life, I wanted 10 kids. I didn't know how I was going to take care of them, but I knew it. I'm like, I want 10 kids. I said that to my ex-girlfriend. She was like, what? Gotta go. I'm like, sayonara, peace. It didn't really happen that way, but it definitely ended. It definitely ended, and that was one of the starting points. Like, you want how many kids? Like, all right, I said I could settle for 5, maybe 3. Like, let's just start, Yeah, 10 kids, but it's really because kids is, it's so flowery, it's so pure, and I really didn't have a childhood growing up, like I, had a younger sister. I had an older brother who, was bipolar, a little bit schizo and stuff like that. I came from a very abusive household, verbal abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. And then had like my siblings, aunts, things of that nature in the house. And, I used to get whoopings sometimes and just not know why, come in the house, you're all happy and they're like, shut the heck up and sit down, do your work. You'd be like, what the freak? I just came in from school, and that's, and I've decided to take a war on poverty, and I'm winning. I'm winning this war on poverty. So I tell people to join us in the war of poverty. So many people, right? There's so many wars in this political system. You have the war on drugs, never ending, right? You have the war on racism, never ending, right? Excuse me. Hopefully that ends very soon. But, it's just, I don't know where it's going to go, but you know, it's going to get better regardless. Um, Regardless, it's going to get better. You have the war on terror, right? They look at anything as terror, anything, right? Terror is so broad, right? Drugs is so broad, right? Like all these things is so broad that they're just at any given time they could just get funding, get money, and just say anything to fuel the fire of these terrorists, right? So I decided myself to join my own war, right? The war on poverty, the war that breaks up households, the war that breaks up marriages, the wars that make people secure, the war that make people, the war that make people feel blessed. The war that makes people, and that's why I really don't say blessed too much because, yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah. And I came up with this last Miami retreat. I was on the boat. We were literally in the middle of the water. And having fun, we're drinking, and I got a tattoo on my arm, and it's two machetes going through two skulls. On one side, it's a smiling face, and on the other side, it's like the laugh now, cry later face. And on top of it is war and peace. And I've been something I got early in age. I think I got the first tattoo when I was maybe like 18, and then I started adding to it and upgrading it. And it's something I was battling with, because I'm like, I don't really like. I became vegan, vegetarian. I started eating better. I started cleaning my energy, using my salt, water, vinegar, just eating very, very healthy, put attentions on my food as I'm cooking it, detoxing constantly, um, you know, just doing whatever I can to detox, let out toxins, right? Always let out toxins. If you love your significant other, I don't care what, the TV tell you. I don't care what the programming make you feel like, whatever the case may be, detox, right? Go poo poo, go piss piss. Don't ever, hold that stuff in, right? By any means necessary. Don't, if somebody is making you hold that in for like, that's literally a quick death. That's literally a quick illness. Like, get that out as soon as possible. Drink laxative tea. Put cayenne pepper in your food. Put oregano in your food. Start drinking bladderwrack. Start drinking sea moss. Start eating spinach, kale, okra. Wild rice instead of other rice. Yeah, because the more you hold that in, the more that stuff damages you, right? Literally from the inside out. And that's like the heart, that's hell. That's the definition of hell, right? Be blissful. Be blissful, right? Tell yourself you're blissful, you know? Yeah, that's the worst part to do anything to anyone is right from the inside out, right? And they do it to us, right? They get us ready, right, for future drugs, for future things. They test us with public water. That's why, one of my wants, right? One of my desires, one of my goals that I scored and continue to score and work towards and score and score and score is having my own estate, right? Free of governmental anything, right? I have electric panels in the, because there's going to be a bunch of acres. So I have electric power station there, right, where sun panels, right, where I gain my own electricity, right. I have a water filtration system. I have, a water creating system and filtration system for like the rain and things of that nature, right. I want to own my own water power plant on my actual estate. I am, right? I am, not I want, I am. I own my own water power plant, my water plant on my estate. And I want to be in charge of my disposal, my garbage, my gas, everything, right? If they, have the most wicked person or wickedness, I want to have my own, I have my own, police, fire, medics. One thing I really opened up my eyes. I went to upstate New York, right? and I seen the Jewish section of up there, right? These people own their schools, they own their police, they own their fire. No one can't come in and do whatever they want. No government can come in. And this was before Trump passed that law making them an actual nationality. They were doing this just off religious rights. Just off religious rights. They had no nationality rights. They still had to claim into the same races as everyone, right? The white, black, Hispanic, Latino, right? A lot of people got mad at me because some time ago, I pulled the Kanye move. I was like, I'm not black, I'm brown, I'm white, and when I said that, it rubbed a lot of my people wrong, but they really didn't understand what I was talking about at that time, right? A lot of people just go off of what everyone else says, just false knowledge, right? Fake news, all of that, right? You have to look at these things. Like when it's asking you that it's giving you freedom, right? The Census Bureau gives you freedom to pick your nationality, race, or whatever it is, right? You have freedom, right? And this is where a lot of people mess up. You have the freedom to do these things, but you have to do these things, right? And if you don't do these things, I will assume whatever I want to assume about you. So until you formally tells me on record that this is not that, I can assume whatever, right? Legally. This is the breakdown of government and things of that nature. So if you don't tell me something, I can assume that. If I have the worst intentions for you, you can be, and you don't tell me otherwise or whatever the case may be, I can assume that you're just okay with it, right? So when I read the actual Census Bureau, right, and it was like it said, black, white, Hispanic, all that, and I looked at the spelling, the derivatives of words and things of that nature. And then I started looking and it says, oh, white is having origins of the original people. Hispanic having origins of the original people. All the other ones having origins of the original people. But then when it comes to black, it says having origins of a black racial group. What? So didn't they teach you in school, the definition of something, you cannot use the word in the definition, right? So if you say, what's the definition of invite? I can't say to invite. Makes no sense. Invite is to formally recommend, to formally suggest, to formally welcome, whatever the case may be, right? So I jumped down that rabbit hole very early, and literally it just came down to boil it all down so you guys don't have to jump down a rabbit hole. Is they're playing crayons with us. They're playing crayons. Right? The closest you can get to your ancestors, the closest you can get to your original people, do it. When you claim that, put that on paperwork, whatever the case may be, do it. I'm not telling you to jump down a rabbit hole, maybe contact me. I haven't even been on that voyage for a minute now because I put in certain documents and things of that nature, but I haven't been down that voyage in a minute, and I just kind of got away from it. But if that's something that really, really intrigues you, you can contact me. I can just point you in the right direction, update you from what I know. But to me, it's let's just get on this financial enhancements journey, right? Stability journeys, right? Enhancing while being stable, right? If I'm not mistaken, let me see here. Yep. Level Up with Leash is in about 17 minutes. So we do have another positive call, man. I'm so happy I got on this call today. Literally, I woke up, it was crazy. I woke up, but then it was like I wasn't even really asleep, like, because I just rose, like it was just amazing. It was amazing. I just rose up and I'm like, hey, I got up, I did everything I do. I go outside to get my natural light before my artificial light. I expand my visions, right, by looking into the sky, right? And I look past the trees. I look as far as I can, right? For about 20 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever the case may be, as far as I can for as long as I want. And I just literally expand my visions, right? Break out of that boundary, that border, that grid, right? That energy grid. Like, there's so much stuff going on here in this world, but thanks to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, thanks to cryptocurrency, thanks to IML, IM Academy, thanks to, you know, the other wonders of the beautiful world, right? The other positive, beautiful wonders of the world, man. Thanks to us, right? Those beacons of light, right? Those beacons of truth, those beacons of righteousness, those beacons of bulls, right? Those beacons of bulls, that people that's just like, you know what, I am going to run and I am going to smash through everything that gets in my way, because people deserve this, right? You deserve this, your kids deserve this, right? You know, and certain people, they're going to like, just to clarify, listen, if you guys are not in DCX, if you guys are not into cryptocurrency, if you guys don't know anything about that, contact the person who invited you to this call. If you're finding this call on social media, YouTube, or whatever the case may be, please contact me. I will get you in contact with somebody, you know, and get you guys situated, right? Get you guys situated, right? I don't even care. I'm not greedy. You know, it might go certain people. I might even just start throwing people to cross lines and things of that nature, because this call is blowing up. This call is going to make 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, things of that nature. Like, it's happening. It's happening. It's done already. It just did it, you know? And the money I generate from there, we're donating, I'm putting into the team. We're, you know, giving promotions. Even when we get to some of these poor countries, we're just going to be paying for people's subscriptions into this company. But listen, the Congress has released a statement stating that everyone in the near future will have digital wallets. They will have digital wallets. So if you know, like I know, you need to get into this and get ahead of that, because if they start giving you digital wallets in the next 2 years, you probably won't get them or know about them until 30 years from now, 20 years from now, when they made a shitload of money for you that you're entitled to, but they didn't tell you about it. They won't tell you how to get it. Maybe they will, because they have to by law, but you might not get that notification. You might not get that notification, right? So get into it, right? Make that money, right? Make that money while they're making that money. That's why you have a birth certificate. That's why you have a bond number. That's why you are looked at as a business already, right? Start an LLC, right? Make that LLC your name. Your name. Be a business, right? One of my guys actually is doing a call. One of the leaders in the STS family is doing a call tomorrow on LLCs. Actually, it might be today. I think it's actually today. I'm gonna contact him. But I was talking to him. He says he's gonna get his business advisor on a call with us, tell us how to create LLCs for this business, for this company, for our companies that we have. So yeah, stay tuned in the chats and things of that nature. Anthony, he's actually gonna go ahead and you know, definitely get you know, that person on the call, show you guys, but be that, because they're already looking at you like you're a business, right? So be that business, right? Be that. Jump on top of it, move forward, get into crypto. Listen, I have something right here called a ledger, right? A ledger. This is a crypto wallet. Right now I'm crypto rich. I'm literally crypto rich. Literally, if any one of the cryptocurrencies I get anywhere near Bitcoin, I am crypto. I'm literally, physically, literally rich, you know, billions of dollars, you know. So, you know, definitely start buying these cryptos, start storing them offline, things of that nature, because it is critical. It is critical. This is literally the financial revolution. We're going through another revolution, a scientific revolution. We are now starting to question all the truths that have been told to us, that has been programmed into us, right? Literally, right now. Like right now, we're going through the gold rush again. Right now, we're going through one of the biggest evolution periods in history, in human history. Like literally, we're going through it, right? We're questioning everything. I'm questioning everything. I am questioning and I am challenging, not challenging, but I am talking to I am teaching my ancestors while they're teaching me, right? We're expanding, we're evolving, right? And yes, I do talk to my ancestors. I do give a lot back to my ancestors, the energies and things of that nature. Yes, every day I heal Mother Earth. I heal the earth. I talk to my ancestors. I send them love all the time. That's why I'm able to be so secure and be so flowery and have so much positive energy, because I put intentions out there. This is for everyone, including me. Not everyone but me, or for everyone, or no, including me. But I just want to say this one last thing before I end this call. Listen, guys, you know, I see a lot of times, you know, you guys are in a blissful position, right? You guys give a lot and things of that nature, right? But be secure when giving, right? Make sure you manage who you're giving it to and giving things to, right? Because not everyone is open to that, right? People may see certain things, right? And they might take from you and then abuse it, right? So if someone gives you $1, right? Don't go and be like, all right, I'm going to give everybody 10 cents. Like, no, take 50 cents, put it in your pocket, take another 10 cents, put it in your pocket, and then give away the other 40 cents, right? Or break it down to pennies, right? You have to make sure that you're secure. You have to make sure that you're secure, right? You have to make sure that you're secure. I don't care if it's with energy. I don't care if it's with blessings. I don't care what it's with. Make sure that you're secure. When you trade, right, put some money in your account, hold it or flip it or do whatever, but, you know, make sure you're giving to yourself as well, right? Because not everyone people can take that and hold that and then wish ill will on you because you have that, right? I grew up in the streets, right? Grew up in, I'm not gonna say the streets. I grew up in urban areas, right? I grew up around the streets, right? I grew up in the streets, whatever the case may be, at a time in my life when I was young. And not everyone wants the best for you, right? If someone don't know how to care, like I said at the beginning of this call, someone don't know how to care about their self, look at their self in the mirror, do these things. What do you think they're going to do with you? What do you think they're going to do with your energies? So a lot of times, you know, people go through these energetic things, right? And they have to throw it off on their family, throw it off on their business partner, throw it off on other people because they can't take it. But at the same time, sis, at the same time, bro, at the same time, goals, at the same time, wife, at the same time, brother, at the same time, whatever, uncle, whatever. Listen, you have to secure yourself, secure your energy. Not everyone, people are jealous of the most minute things, right? People will be jealous because you have long hair. People will be jealous because, you know, you're brown skin. People will be jealous because you're 6 foot. People will be jealous for anything and will try to destroy you for anything just to feel better, right? Not because they can do better, not because they want better, no. Just because that's their fulfillment, destruction. They have that programmed into them, right? They have the old world still programmed into them. So stay secure, stay blissful, stay healthy. Listen, same time tomorrow, 9:30. You know, I'm actually moving out of my house in Jersey today, so you know, moving most of my stuff out. So, you know, I may, it might start a little late tomorrow, hopefully, you know, on time or a little early. But yeah, level up with Leash in the next 8 minutes. Go ahead, stretch, get some water, get recharged. You don't even have, you're already charged. But, you know, I know it was a lot of information. So we're going to end this call. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you are secure. I am as well. Each and every one of you is healthy. I am as well. I am thankful for each and every one of you. And let's go. Same time tomorrow. Listen, if you're not in the tune-up chat, please get in the tune-up chat so you can get these notifications I send out every weekend. And it's only about the tune-up. I only send things out stating when the tune-up is going to start, the you know, replay videos and things of that nature. So please do that. Because I love to have you all here and just amplify you guys every week, because in amplifying, I am amplified, you know, with or without or whatever the case may be. But I do appreciate each and every one of you and thankful for each and every one of you. Peace, love, light, joy, laughterness, great health and stability and security. Let's go. Peace.